Tonight, former President Donald Trump is the first American president ever convicted of a crime. Today, he was found guilty on all 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in connection with a hush money payment to an adult film actress near the end of 2016's presidential campaign. The Manhattan jury took less than 12 hours to reach a full verdict. Donald Trump responded to the verdict saying, in part, quote, "This was a rigged decision right from day one, with a conflicted judge who should have never been allowed to try this case. Never. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over." President Joe Biden also releasing a statement saying, quote, "In New York today, we saw that no one is above the law. There is still only one way to keep Donald Trump out of the Oval Office, at the ballot box. Convicted felon or not, Trump will be the Republican nominee for president." And here in the swing state of Arizona, lots of heated rhetoric and reaction coming in from both sides of the political spectrum. News 4 Tucson's political specialist, Eric Fink, joins us with reaction from Arizona lawmakers and Pima County party leaders. Eric.
Sean, Election Day is a little more than 5 months away. Early voting here in Arizona will start several weeks before November 5th. Tonight, swift and sharp reaction to former President Trump's conviction. And it's clear the battle lines are drawn for the fall. But a big question now, how will this verdict impact voters and this historic campaign? Arizona is one of a handful of battleground states that will decide the presidential election this fall. Our state's 11 electoral votes so pivotal on the path to winning the White House. After former President Trump was found guilty on 34 criminal counts Thursday, News 4 Tucson spoke to the leaders of the Pima County Democratic and Republican parties.
This is a man whose superpower is evading accountability, and we feel it's super important that he is finally being held accountable for something, and we are confident that there are people who are going to take that to heart when they make their election choices in November.
I got to say this, in retrospect, as I look at this is probably pretty much made Donald Trump the next president of the United States. This may be the greatest political blunder.
The reaction from the halls of Congress echoes a similar theme. Longtime Southern Arizona Democratic Congressman Raul Grijalva says, quote, "It is a moment of profound reckoning. It also underscores the importance of accountability and the evergreen truth that no one, regardless of their position or power, is above the law. This was not a witch hunt or rigged trial, but a stark reminder of the need to further safeguard our democratic institutions from deception, erosion, and abuse." Republican Congressman Juan Ciscomani, who represents Arizona's 6th congressional district, a swing district in this state, says, quote, "In Arizona, the voters I talk to every day, Republican, Democrat, and Independent, aren't interested in these games. This is exactly why the American public is losing faith in our judicial system. People want a government that protects them, is accountable, and is transparent. But that is not what we saw today." David Gibbs is a historian at the University of Arizona. He says the verdict and its aftermath could work in Mr. Trump's favor at the polls.
Will it have an impact on the election? I don't really know. My guess would be if it has any impact, it's most likely to have the impact of helping Trump by driving Republican turnout. In the case of Monica Lewinsky, it didn't hurt Clinton, it helped him. I think it'll have a similar impact here. Donald Trump's sentencing is scheduled for July 11th. He is looking at a fine, probation, or possibly prison time. And keep this in mind, July 11th is just 4 days before the Republican National Convention, and that begins in Milwaukee. Trump and his legal team say they will appeal today's decision. I'm Eric Fink, News 4 Tucson.